Good morning. What's happening, guys? Happy Sunday. Just wanted to make a follow-up video on a video we made a couple weeks back. Sometime in late September, it came out. Shopify revealed that they'd been a victim of a data breach. Now, if you guys hadn't caught that video, it wasn't really a technical vulnerability with the Shopify platform. It's not that hackers got in. The issue was two rogue employees, so two Shopify employees use their position and use their access to apparently look into kind of inside data about various stores. So at the time, Shopify announced that 200 stores were affected. A lot of you guys were curious what stores these were, and while we haven't really gotten much information about this, Shopify kind of keeps referring everybody back to their statements they made on September 23rd. TMZ, I believe it was, somehow got access to an email from Kylie Cosmetics to customers, warning customers about the Shopify data breach. So just wanted to make a follow-up video talking a little bit more about that. Kylie Cosmetics warns customers about a Shopify data breach, and customers' names, addresses, and the last four digits of their credit cards were potentially compromised, but nothing else. Shopify wound up referring this over to the FBI. And a lot of people were wondering, what companies were affected. If a Shopify employee is going to risk their job, as well as potentially criminal trouble, they're not going to go after Tim's dropshipping potato peelers. So it's going to be bigger stores, and we'll take a look at some of the probably more likely stores that could have been affected. Why did they do this? Either these Shopify employees themselves wanted to compete against these brands or wanted to set up a shop, I'm guessing like in the makeup industry, and wanted inside data, or they were selling this data to Kylie Cosmetics competitors. But the article goes on to say these lip kits could come with a security breach. Kylie Jenner's namesake company, Kylie Cosmetics, warned customers in an email blast that its e-commerce platform Shopify was experiencing a data breach, potentially compromising customers' names, addresses, and last four digits of cards. Your trust is so important to us, Kylie Cosmetics told customers in an email, as reported by the BBC. And we wanted to let you know we're working diligently with Shopify to get additional information about this incident and their investigation in response to this matter. The statement went on to assure customers that the e-commerce platform put additional controls designed to help prevent this type of incident from recurring in the future. I'm not sure what kind of additional controls that they could put in, since this wasn't a vulnerability with their website. This was Shopify employees. So not sure really what they could do to further protect that. But Shopify said two of its employees stole customer data from at least 100 sellers. It was initially reported 200 sellers on its platform. In addition to Kylie Cosmetics, the e-commerce company did not immediately return a Fox Business request for comment Thursday. And then the article kind of finishes up. Coty, which is a cosmetic company, bought a 51% stake in Jenner's cosmetic company, which sells makeup and skincare products, last year in a deal worth $600 million, bringing the company's value to a staggering $1.2 billion. And I think is kind of interesting about this. A lot of people, when they're giving advice to other Shopify sellers, like the first thing they say, remove Powered by Shopify from your site. And in the past, I always thought that was kind of stupid. Some of the biggest brands out there say Powered by Shopify. I don't think Powered by Shopify is really going to make a whole heck of a lot of difference one way or the other. And I'd always thought that if anything, it's going to instill some confidence. WordPress is one of the most vulnerable and most hacked platforms out there, especially for the e-commerce industry. Because WordPress, you got so many apps, so many things going on. And when you take updates or when you bring on new apps, a lot of times things conflict with each other, things interact, it'll crash your site. And so e-commerce companies, this is a problem that gets talked about a lot at e-commerce conventions. E-commerce companies running on WordPress oftentimes are behind on updates and don't have all the recent patches, making it more vulnerable. So I always thought Shopify was kind of a selling point. So obviously this story is bad for Shopify, and then it kind of shakes consumer confidence, not only for Shopify as a brand, but for all these different sellers running Shopify. Running their stores on Shopify platform. And then, there's a ton of sites out there that list, like, what are the biggest Shopify sites, what are the most profitable Shopify sites. And because Shopify doesn't share third-party data, like, say, eBay does, for example, and because Shopify stores don't have, anything like a BSR score like Amazon, to where we can at least try to, kind of estimate sales volume, we really have no idea. So most of these sites that kind of list or rank the best or most popular Shopify stores are really just going off like Alexa rank or estimated traffic from a tool like SEMrush. But some of the biggest Shopify stores are a brand called Good American. We got Kylie Cosmetics up there, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, Budweiser, Sephora, Death Wish Coffee Company, Triangle, Tesla, Oreo Cookies, Allbirds, Red Bull, Lollapalooza, Skinny Dip London, Gymshark, KKW Beauty, Rebecca Minkoff, the Lakers Store, 100% Pure, MVMT, Manitoba, Mucklux, ColourPop Cosmetics. I think there's a ColourPop t-shirt store that's pretty popular as well. Jones Soda Company, Luxury Hair, Nestle, Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova is one of the bigger Shopify stores that I think about whenever I'm thinking about this topic. But, beyond Kylie Cosmetics, we don't really know who was victims of this data breach. But, looking at the top 50 stores would probably contain, I would think, at least a couple who were a victim of this. But if you guys know anything else about this story, if you found this story interesting, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button below, and we'll catch you on the next video.